Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Now, Kevin Durant, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting people in sports. You seldom see athletes get hated on more than you do with Kevin Durant. Literally, like, KD is so good of a basketball player. He's so good of a basketball player that people always have to find a reason to get at this guy because there's really nothing you can say about his basketball game on the court. KD, what are you going to criticize about Kevin Durant's game? Seriously, if you're a basketball purist, what's the knock that you have on Kevin Durant? In my opinion, is when you think of a perfect basketball player, you think of Kevin Durant. Like, if we're just going to be honest about it, if you think of a perfect basketball player, the way he plays, the way he shoots, I mean, everything about KD just kind of symbolizes and encapsulates what a basketball player should be. In my personal opinion, and I think a lot of people are going to agree with me, he is elite at almost every single level of basketball on the court. He is definitely one of the most efficient scorers to ever play basketball. If we're just talking about efficient, there have been guys that have come through the NBA that can score, but there are very few that have been as efficient as Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant has never been in a situation in which he was the only number one option. And they basically said to him, you know what, KD, the only way we're going to be able to win games is if you go off. He's never been in that situation the same way Kobe was, the same way Allen Iverson was, the same way Tracy McGrady was, the same way Dwayne Wade was at a certain point. Kevin Durant has never been in a situation like the same way Carmelo Anthony was. If Kevin Durant was in a situation where he was the sole option for that team, he would be putting up numbers we haven't seen in a y'all think James Harden can't score like Kevin Durant because James Harden does not have the efficiency and he doesn't have all the moves. I'm sorry. There's levels to it. Y'all are acting like y'all forgot. Kevin Durant came off an Achilles injury, and he's still putting up buck. KD is on a league. He is in a league of his own. But I believe there were a few pivotal turning points in Kevin Durant's career when people in the media and some fans decided that they wanted to blackball this guy. I truly, truly believe that. There were some things that he said in the past that I believe people that made people go at him. There were some comments that Kevin Durant made in 2018, and we're getting this article from Sky Sports, where he said, the article basically says, Kevin Durant says playing with LeBron James can be toxic for other players. He basically continued on to say with his comments, he says, so much hype comes from being around LeBron from other people. Durant said, he has so many fanboys in the media. Even the best writer just fawn over him. I'm like, we're playing basketball here, and it's not even about basketball at certain points. So I get why anyone wouldn't want to be in that environment because it is toxic, especially when the attention is BS attention fluff. It's not LeBron's fault at all. It's just the fact you have so many groupies in the media that love to hang on to every word. Just get out of the way and let us play basketball. Those were Kevin Durant's statements. That was the first cardinal sin he committed. His sin was he said the truth. The second sin was there are few things you cannot do when you're talking about when you're in the media. One of the things is this: you cannot rank Kobe Bryant in the top 5. You cannot rank Kobe Bryant in the top 3. You cannot do that. And the other thing you can't do is not put LeBron James in the top 5. So the other pivotal turning point I believe in Kevin Durant's career was when he went on the Players Tribune and gave his top 5. Before we go too far, for the people that missed that, take a listen to what Kevin Durant had to say when he went to the Players Tribune, when he was talking to Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles. Take a listen to that here.
Who would you say your top 5 is?
Mike,
and if you can put them in order.
Mike, obviously.
Yeah.
1. Kobe, 2. Shaq, 3. Hakeem. I would say Hakeem, 4. And Magic.
Ooh.
I can't argue with that. You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Kareem, but I'm like, Hakeem was just as good. Like these dudes really was dominating games on the same level, but one team was winning more. And so we say this guy might have been the greatest, but like these dudes actually doing kind of the same stuff out there, like putting up the same dominant numbers.
When Kobe wasn't making the playoffs or going home first round,
He was still killing.
he was the best
That's what I'm
player
saying.
in the
Like,
world.
He was still killing. That's how I look at
Like
it.
I'm talking about, he going
It's
home
just a
first
skill
round
level.
to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Everybody in the league know that Kobe was the best player in the
When
world.
I say the best, when I look at these dudes, I'm like, this dude is unguardable.
That's
by
why-
anybody on the floor, I think he's the best guy walking on this court right now.
That's one of the main reasons that I
Yep.
feel that Kobe is constantly disrespected in this whole
But that's why I
GOAT
said
and
Kobe's
everything. No, I'm not saying that y'all did it. I'm just saying period. But I feel like I literally had to guard him. Prime, 3P, all the
Me
way
too.
to whatever you want to say. Like, please, bruh,
It's different.
you hear me? Like, please, what are y'all talking about?
It's ridiculous.
My top 5 is MJ, Kobe, easy Kobe.
Easy number 2 ever.
Exactly.
I don't even want to say number 2. It's like they just up here with each
Man,
other.
bro, like
Not in greatness,
you know,
but in
yeah.
terms of skill. To
man, it's MJ, Kobe, Shaq. Then I'm going LeBron. Then I go Kareem.
Now, there are a few things, as I said before, that you can't say in the media. You cannot put Kobe Bryant in the top 3 or top 2 or top. You just can't. It's like you can't do it. You cannot. They can deal with anybody, but you can't put Kobe there. Number 1. Number 2, you cannot leave LeBron out. If you do that, you will be railroaded for it. People will start, if they cannot attack your basketball game, they will start to attack your character as a human being. They will do it. I've seen Nick Wright do it. Whenever you do that, people start talking about things you've done in your life and your career. They will do whatever it takes to disqualify you as a person. And that is what the media started doing. They started finding reasons they couldn't criticize his basketball game. So they had to go beyond basketball. Is Kevin Durant socially awkward? Does he have problem with people on Twitter? And blah, 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 blah. There had to be something they had to go at him for. They had to criticize him for something. Then they found when he went to go join the Golden State Warriors, when LeBron James went to go join the Miami Heat, the entire NBA world was pissed off at him because they knew what he did. He formed a super team. Regardless of what the Miami Heat were before LeBron James got there, the result was the same. A super team was created. Is the reason he said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. He knew what he had done. Why are y'all playing that game? And when he did it, what did y'all call it? Y'all called it player empowerment. That's what y'all called it. When KD did it, y'all had the nerve to go ahead and call him the weakest move that a player ever did in NBA history. For the exact same result, the exact same outcome was achieved, which was a super team. One guy was player empowerment, the other guy was the weakest move in NBA history. How do you guys come to that conclusion? And ever since Kevin Durant has done that and said these things, I know these people. These are the same people that will message you on Instagram. Y'all know who y'all are. Asking me, why do you hate LeBron James so much? Are you freaking kidding me? Of all of the things you could be doing with your life and your time, you're going to message me to ask me, what do I have against LeBron James? What do you have for him? Of all of the things you could ask me, it meant that much to you that you had to message me on Instagram to ask me what I got against LeBron James. Do you message Nick Wright and them what they got? Of course you wouldn't message them because all they do is say nice things. Only LeBron James fans do this. We talk about everybody. No Chicago Bulls fans has messaged me. No Kobe fans has messaged me. No Kawhi Leonard fans has messaged me. No Kevin Durant fans has messaged me. No Russell Westbrook fan. None of these people message me except these people asking me these questions. Why? So if they're willing to do this to me, what do you think they're going to do to Kevin Durant? And this was the mistake he made. The entire machine turned against him. You can never say Kobe's in the top 3. You can never do it. And you can never not have LeBron in you can never do it. If you have LeBron in your top 5, people are going to come for you. you got to have him at least number 2. You're not allowed to have somebody else ahead of him. And I have him in my top 5. But he ain't better than Kobe, he ain't better than Kareem, and he ain't better than Jordan. Y'all can go kick rocks with that one. Feel any type of way you want to feel. Send 100 messages if you want. And I think that was a mistake that he made. And I think I had to point it out today because the thought just came to my mind. I was thinking about this whole Russell Westbrook nonsense and all of the stuff that Joker was saying yesterday in the press conference. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about this? What do you think about the things I just said in this video? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode.